and then okay, so Bootstrap, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript, and also TypeScript, and lastly Ajax with the project. Okay, so this concept gets covered in this course, and it's a complete UI batch. Okay, and yeah, at the end we have a project, and in between also we have applications like HTML, CSS together will make an application, and Bootstrap one application, JavaScript applications like DOM and all. And like using Ajax and Bootstrap, we will develop the project. Like in the project, all this comes into picture, including Ajax, Bootstrap, JavaScript, everything comes into picture. Okay. So apart from that, okay. So this course is for 30 days. Okay, 30 working days, and daily 1 hour session, or 1 hour 15 minutes, 1.5 hour you take. Okay, that 1 hour. Okay, so 1.5 hour session per day. Okay, and what else? Yeah, mostly on weekdays. Sometimes Saturday, Sunday also will be there. Like if you want to develop the application, right? So 1.5 hour you can't. So let's take some Saturday, Sunday, and we'll take some 3 hour session there. You make a full application. We'll deeply discuss about the app. So maybe on Sunday, Saturday also. Sometimes this Saturday, Sunday no class. Like tomorrow Thursday, yeah, Friday, yeah. Saturday no class. So next Saturday, Sunday will take. Okay, mostly weekdays only. 90% weekdays only. Okay, so fine. So yesterday we have actually discussed about the demo, like what is front end application, what is back end, what is full stack, and what are the roles, something like that we discuss. So today we'll jump into the actual course. So today I'm going to start HTML. Before I jump into HTML, we have to install some softwares in our system. Okay, some softwares. Okay, one small star here. Where can you see stars? Condition. Okay, simple condition. See, while live session is going on, okay, so you don't need to code along with me while going with the live session. Don't code along with me. Actually, you may only face the problem. For example, if I open and if I'm typing something, okay, so if I type something and I am explaining, and you're also typing along with me in the live session, and you got stuck, okay, you're trying to fix it, but in between I explain something else, and that's all completely mess up. Okay, so what you do, just while live session is going on, just only focus on the thing what I'm explaining, just watch. Okay, and meanwhile you can take some running notes and just note down like anything you feel important. You can just note down, you can take some running notes. Okay, like while doing the coding, I'll give you some shortcut commands. Okay, some shortcuts. Okay, and some softwares to install. Just note down the softwares, and way to download, just note down the steps like roughly. Okay, so that way you can just take running notes, and by watching the video live session. And where can you practice this installation of software, practice of coding is after live session is finished, you get the record from Ashok IT, right? So that record you get, right? So that one you can pause it, you can fix the bug, and then you continue, or you can revise, you can fast forward, anything you can do with that one. But live session you can't do. So focus on the content, and if in between you get some doubts, ask me. Okay, so that's one condition. Okay, so where we have to start now is we have to install softwares. Hardly for HTML, CSS, what software is required? Editor required, uh, Chrome browser required. Anything else? Bootstrap and all we download by the time. Ajax and all we download by the time. TypeScript we download by the time. Okay, so just for time being, before we start with HTML and CSS, you need to install few softwares. So like when we go to Bootstrap, I tell you how to get Bootstrap, how to get Ajax and all. So as of now, only yeah. So softwares, we have to install a software called like any software, like any editor. So editor is the one software where we write a code. In real time, people don't write code in Notepad or Notepad plus plus. People don't write code in Notepad plus plus. Okay. So we can straight away, yeah, VS Code. Yes. Okay. I actually practice with WebStorm, but people are asking for VS Code, VS Code. Okay. So yeah. So we have to install VS Code. We have to install VS Code. Or there are something like WebStorm also there. WebStorm also there, and Sublime Text is there. Sublime Text and Atom brackets. There are multiple softwares are available, but mostly these two are popular. So don't go with these things. Okay, almost same only. So either WebStorm or VS Code. I can see VS Code is free and this is paid. Okay, 1 month free and you have to pay. Don't worry, I show you the free one, and after some time I'll show you this as well. Both the same only. Okay. After the editor, we need one more software called browser. Okay. So browser most preferable for our course is Chrome. If you don't have Chrome, please do install Chrome and set Chrome as a default browser also. Okay. So that one. And I use sometimes Brave. Brave also one browser. I think you can see on my screen, this is the Brave. This is Brave browser, almost like a Chrome, but more faster. See, it has tracked these many block and this much bandwidth time like that. It is more efficient and more faster than Chrome actually. It is built with Chrome only. So either Chrome or Brave, you need to install and the editor. Okay. So maybe you already have a Chrome. So Chrome installation, I don't know, I don't need to explain. You just get it. VS Code, I tell you, and because we have to code in VS Code only. Okay. So now let's start. So these things you can note down, okay? While going with running notes, these things you can note down. Sometimes I share this file also, but better safe side, you can take these things like what software to be installed and the steps. Okay, so let's start with Edge. No, don't use Edge. Go with Chrome because everyone should get the same output. Now, then everyone should use the same software. Okay. Um, what we do? Yeah, install VS Code. Go to Google, search for VS Code, uh, Visual Studio Code by Microsoft. It is by Microsoft. Okay, so click on this. Click on this. I think I already have VS Code. So okay, let me uninstall that so that it will be clear for you guys. Let me uninstall my VS Code. So we'll install from scratch. So I think VS Code. Where is VS Code? I don't have a. Here it is. See, Microsoft Visual Studio Code. I uninstall so that we all install together. It's gone. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So here, this is the website code.visualstudio.com. Hope you can note down code.visualstudio.com. Here, this is the button for download for Windows. If you have a system like Mac or Linux system, then click on the other platforms. So it show you like Windows, Mac, Ubuntu, like that. So I'm using Windows 64-bit. So I use this system installer 64-bit. Okay. I click on the 64-bit. So it will download. So let me download on some folder on desktop, like softwares folder on desktop. I just download. You can download downloads folder also. Okay. So it's been downloaded. Yeah, it's been there. Okay. So let me install. Very simple actually. Double click next, and done. Okay. So let me double click. It asks for permission. Just click on yes. And yeah, this is the wizard. So just click on accept license, click on next. And yeah, it is going to install in program files. Just click on next. I think in program files, I already have Microsoft VS Code. Let me delete that. in program files, Microsoft, what was that? Microsoft VS Code. Where is Microsoft VS Code? Only Microsoft is there. VS Code is not there. Okay, it's been removed, it seems. Okay, fine. If not, I think we have to remove. Okay. So program files, Microsoft VS Code, and click on next. Start menu folder. Yeah, click on next. Not much changes. And one extra check you do is this one: create desktop icon. Like from the desktop, you can open the software. And then not all this required. Click on next and just install. Next only the desktop icon you check. Okay. So it will, and the same software you can use for all the front end technology, like from HTML to CSS, Bootstrap, TypeScript, Ajax, even React, Angular, Vue, any kind of thing. Even the Node Express, MongoDB also you can use the same software. Okay. So maybe Java use Eclipse or Spring Suite. Okay, so I check this launch VS Code and click on finish. So it's gonna launch the VS Code and it's loaded some files. Just close it, not required. Okay, so generally this is how your VS Code looks like. In this, some options you have, you need to know. This is Explorer, which contains all your files and folders. Okay, and this is for search. If you want to search any file or any particular keyword, this is for search. And this is for source code control. Like if you are developing in a company, like you have to import or you have to pull the code from the repository. So that's where you have to configure the repository here. So automatically your code will get, and all push operations and all commits and all you can make here. And this is bug, like you want to debug your application for this one. And this is called extensions. You want to install some extensions in your application, you go with this one, like some extra features you need to add for the VS Code. Okay. And the most important thing is this one, Explorer. You need to load the folder structure and all. Okay. And we have few other links here, like file operations, like you want to create a file or you want to open a folder, save and all. Edit, like undo, redo operation, selection. These are not much use. Okay, some configurations kind of. Terminal is very important. Like here, you can just open a command prompt to run any commands and the help. Okay, so this is the software, very simple one, very lightweight. Okay, so after you install software, we have to create something called, after installation of softwares, you have to you have to create workspace. You have to create a workspace. Okay, so what is this workspace? Okay, workspace is nothing but a folder which contains all your source code. Only one folder. Okay, so people create, I know very lazy people, they create directly, HTML file on the desktop. Individual HTML file on desktop they create. And after some time, you don't know where is the file and what the file contains. Okay, but here I follow exactly like in real time how we follow. Okay, so workspace is something like your project's directory structure where all your source code of your project will be there. Okay, complete source code of your project will be there. Okay, so it is some, one secured folder which contains all your source code. So there only I write CSS code, HTML code, like that. Okay, so let's create a workspace. It's quite simple, but don't choose C drive. Okay, if you are using Windows, don't use C drive, because after you reinstall OS, your code will vanish. So select something D drive or anything, safest one. Okay, so let me create. For me, folder structure is slightly different. In corporate training, Ashok IT, full stack is there. Na? Okay, I create new folder, something called UI. Okay, UI batch. Okay, so in the UI batch, Okay, just say UI technologies. UI technologies. So within the UI technologies, okay, I can take like batch one, like that. I create like batch two, batch three, all source code I used to take. What is your opinion on recession? Recession will come and go. The person who is having skilled person, they won't go from company. Okay. By the time you finish all the technologies, recession will go away and you'll definitely your job ready. Okay. Just don't worry about that. Everywhere recession will be there, but it's not permanent, right? It's a temporary. But you just focus on the technology. Okay. So half. See, I'll tell you. When you talk about recession, now in company, there'll be the people, right? So assume in project 10 people are there. In 10 people, so 2 people are like time pass people and 8 people are dedicated people. Okay. So 8 people are dedicated people, like they have some technology knowledge and they do daily tasks. And there are 2 people, those are like a fake people. I mean, they don't much spend time and they are not interested and they're having very less technical knowledge like that. These 2 people will go out from the company, but this 8 people will be there. So try to be there in this 8 list. Okay. So the person who is dedicated and who is having a strong technical knowledge, they for them no need to worry at all. Okay. Job will be there. By the time you learn all the technology Java full stack, by the time recession will go only. Okay. Don't worry about that. Just focus on a course. Where we are, create workspace. Na? Yeah, here UI technology batch one. You can give anything. Yeah, assume this batch one is our workspace folder. Okay, so in the here only you have HTML source code, and when we start with CSS, we have CSS folder, and in future if we start with like JavaScript, it's like JavaScript folder like that. Okay, it comes, but as of now CSS JavaScript we are not discussed, so I remove only HTML folder. So in HTML only we have all HTML source code in one shot. Okay, so this is what I say here, workspace folder. Okay, and also keep in mind some condition. Okay, condition is, see, HTML na, people write file name. What is the extension for HTML? .html, right? So I saw many people, lazy people, they write like this, they don't spend some effort in writing file name also, they write like this, a.html, simply just for time being, b.html and abc.html and uh, a.html, just for time being it works perfectly and you're very happy that it's working. But you know what, after some time, after 6 months or 1 year, you want to look at the code, you yourself will regret. What is this A? What is this A? What is this AB? You know what? In company, no one give a name like this. If you have same habit set and you also do the same thing in company, your manager one fine day will call you to the room and give left and right. He'll throw you out. Okay, seriously, I'm not kidding. Seriously, because never give a name like this, a.html, b.html, and make sure in JavaScript also don't give let a is equal to 10, let b is equal to 20. Very rare you can give ABCD, but you have to give a proper name, right? Let a is equal to John. Don't do that. Okay, so let's just give you name like employee name like that. This thing we'll discuss when you start with JavaScript. So yeah, so we had a folder. Simply copy this. Actually, you can right click and new HTML you can create, but that's not you should do. You have to make everything from this editor. Okay, so I need to copy the path. Copy the path. Go to VS Code. So you need to load this folder here, and whatever the files you create and what are the changes you do, it comes and fit here. After some time, you restart your system or reinstall the VS Code. No problem for your code. Your code will be here only. Okay, so code is permanent. On top of that, you have a software. So this software, you're writing the code. It is not storing in the VS Code. Okay, it is storing in the this location only. In future, if you reinstall the VS Code, your code will be still there. Okay, fine. So copy the path. Go here. This zip file. Open folder. Open folder. Just give the path. HTML. Click on select folder. Okay. Now I got select folder. It asks trust authors of the file. Yes, I am the author. Click on yes. Okay. See, I got empty HTML folder. Okay, the same folder as has got here. Okay. So this is very basic. Okay. Now let me start explaining you the HTML. Okay. Now let's start with the HTML. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay, hypertext markup language. So HTML is actually designed a skeleton. For example, if you want to start building, right? If you want to construct a building first, what you do? Pillar, slab. Okay, that's skeleton you do. After that, you like construct with walls and all the things, right? Same story. HTML for entire website, HTML is like a skeleton, only structure. Okay. So on top of that, you add CSS, nice colors, paintings, and all you can do. And JavaScript makes something dynamic, like dynamic nature, like water supply, current supply, and all these things, right? That one. I mean, civil engineering, what? Okay. So yeah. So HTML is the language. I can say it's a scripting language. So using HTML, what we do is we will write full of tags. So HTML contains full of tags. You only write tags and attributes. Okay. So tag is something looks like this. I think you have already, some people already crossed the bootstrap, but as a trainer, I have to start from scratch. Uh, so tags, HTML tags will be like this, some less than HTML close. This is tag. Okay. For every tag, there is something called close tag. So slash HTML like this. So I can say this is start tag. This is end tag. Every end tag start with slash extra, less than, greater than, slash extra. This is start tag. This is end tag. Sir, why the tags? Generally, if you write a program, you have like this. Okay, this bracket, and you write the program here. So it means the statement starts here and ends here. Same like that in HTML, we have a tags and content in between the tags always. There are some tags which doesn't have a close tag. I'll tell you what are those tags. Not all the tag will have a close tag. Some tags doesn't have a close tag, like image tag, input tag doesn't have a close tag. Okay, tags. So why these tags? There are some around 40 to 50 tags are there. Okay, 40 to 50 tags are there. So like yeah, why these tags is each tag is having certain purpose. It means, for example, just imagine a website. Okay, so assume this is a website. So on website there are different type of components will be there, different type of like UI components will be there. It means you have what, you have heading, you have paragraph, you have link, you have the bigger heading, and you have a subheading, you have links, you have a sidebar, you have a navbar, header, sidebar, buttons, search box. So like that. So you have a lot of what's called different type of content. So all those content can be written with the tags only. Okay, all those contents written in the form of tags. So you just have to inform the browser, because ultimately when you write HTML, it execute on browser. So browser understand only tags. For example, if you wanted to display a paragraph on your browser website, use a paragraph tag. Okay, write some content and /p. So browser will understand, okay, from here to here paragraph tag. So it will display paragraph, and whatever the content you write, that content will display on here. And you want to display this heading. So there are some header tags. So like here, h1, like this, h1. So it will display H1 means something, a bigger heading, and this content will display like a bigger heading that way. So every different purpose, there's a tag. Image, there's a tag. Link, there's a tag. A heading, there's a tag. Paragraph, there's a tag, like that. So those things only we discuss in HTML. Okay, fine. Now every HTML will have a file extension called .html. You have audio file, video file, no? .mp3, .mp4, like that. HTML have a file name called .html. Okay, by seeing file name only we understand, hey, it is HTML file. So it is CSS file, it is JS file, it is TypeScript file. Bootstrap, no file name. HTML CSS only, it is CSS only. Okay, Ajax also no, it is part of TypeScript or like JavaScript. Okay, these are the files. And in React, you have .jsx, .tsx, in Vue, like that. Okay, so as of now, these file structure, but still we have only .html. Okay, so now let's experiment on this HTML. So before we start with HTML, see here, this is website, na? So behind the website, there is a HTML code. You want to see the HTML code for this website, you can right click on this. You can right click on the browser. There's a last option called inspect. If I click on inspect, you can see the elements tab. You can see the HTML code. See HTML head, body, div, paragraph, all the things will be there. Or else you want to see the complete code in one shot. Page source is there. View page source, Control U command. See, this is the complete HTML code. It's a huge code of that website. See, if you look at HTML head, meta, and body tag. Okay, so let me tell you something about HTML. So structure will be there, and then yeah, I'll tell you. I'll come to that. Okay, first let's create a fresh HTML. So what we discuss first is HTML basics. Okay, so here I want to create a file. Like in this folder, I want to create a file. So you can select, if it is like this, click on HTML. Okay, in this area, I want to create a file. So there are two options. This is new folder. This is new file. So click on new file. Okay, you have to give a file name. So file name is what? So I prefer file names like this, not a.html. You have to give a proper name. Like for example, if I discussing header tag, so header.html, like that, and paragraph.html. Okay, like images.html. So after even 1 year or 5 years also, if you look at the code, by seeing the name, you understand, okay, this is image example, this is header example, this is paragraph example, like that. That way we should be. But one problem in this editor is all files will be ordered as per alphabetical. So this comes here like that. But we are not discuss image first, we discuss para first. So to avoid that, what I do is I'll give numbers. So like 01 underscore HTML underscore. Yeah, I generally give like this. So first number. Okay, underscore. In company, don't give number, just give name. So number and the technology. You have to follow this, okay? Underscore concept dot the extension. Something looks different, nah? Yeah. So I say 01 underscore technology HTML underscore concept basics dot HTML. This way you do. So all HTML, basic HTML, header, HTML paragraph, like that. This is my file name. So copy this. Yeah, here I click on file name, click on this, and then no space, enter. And for mentioning the file name, don't give space, it won't accept. So make sure you give some either underscore. Okay, so HTML basics.html we got. Okay, so here every HTML we have some structure. If you look at the website, na, see header, HTML, body, like that. So every HTML have a structure. Like every HTML page can divide into two parts: head part, body part. Okay, so like head and body. So head contains some configuration like JavaScript configuration, CSS configuration, and meta tags configuration. For configuration purpose, header tag. Body tag is actual content. I told right, you have to display content. For example, you want to display header, sidebar, whatever the content you see on this page, all the things come from the body section of HTML. The header section is only for a configuration like title and any JavaScript file you want to add, any bootstrap file you want to add, that is header. But all your code you have to type in body section only. Okay. So you can make a structure like this. First HTML. Okay. Close tag. Inside you have a head tag and also you have a body tag like this. HTML head section, body section. Okay. So in the head section, you can write something called title. Title means the website, every website will have title, right? Facebook, Google, like that. So that is your website title. So my website title like HTML basics. Okay, that's my title. Now I want to see this. I want to see the output of it. You want to see the output, multiple ways you can see output. You can run on live server also. I'll come to live server in a minute. Okay, you have to give a proper, maintain a proper spacing. Okay, so head HTML is a parent and these two siblings, and this is child of this one, like parent tag, child tag, child tag, child tag, like that. Okay, so HTML parent, this is child, like that. So head and body siblings and child of HTML. So you want to see the output of it. Nothing we written, but only title. So you want to see output, we can execute HTML on a browser. Just go to the location where you have workspace. See, it is by default have a Brave. If you wanted to change anything, like if it is something Windows Explorer or something, Internet Explorer, you can actually change the format. Go to properties. If it is Chrome symbol, keep it as it is. Apart from Chrome, anything else is there. You can right click on this properties, click on change, and you can select the Chrome. Okay, I use Brave and Chrome, both almost same. Okay, like apply and okay, you get the Chrome symbol there. Okay, so this is just changing the HTML document default on browser. So on browser also you can make this as default, you know, right? How to make a browser as a default settings. Okay, so once it is done, just double click on this. It opens on this browser. Yeah, no code has come, only title has come, HTML basics. You know, that is your ye wala title. Okay, I say HTML DOM. So I go and see, I have changed some content, but it's not been reflected. You refresh, it is reflected. Okay, so I change this to basics. And refresh. So it's been reflected here. Okay, that is title. And any, you can't say WebStorm close. Yeah, and anything you want to write in the body tag only, you write. Okay, just for our example, I write one H1 tag. I'll tell you what is H1. Actually, you don't need to by heart or memorize all the tags. Never ever do it. I'll tell you a shortcut. Okay, just give less than symbol. See, these many tags are available in HTML. You don't need to by heart. You just need to know what tag used for what. Header tag for what, HR for what, I tag for what. That's it. You don't memorize I tag, head tag. No. Okay, because a lot more technologies to learn. So I just make some H1 tag. Just say welcome to HTML. I just given welcome to HTML. Some H1 tag. I'll tell you what is that. Just it gives some bigger heading. Okay, I save. Go to browser. Your data has not there, right? You just click on a refresh. So welcome to HTML has come. And I said HTML just only for structure, no colors, no styles, nothing. So by default, black and white color only will come. Okay, you want to change the font, styles, colors, margins, paddings, everything, animations, transition, everything, go with CSS. We'll see some part of HTML and then we'll include CSS in between. Okay, yep. So this is the default structure. I repeat, HTML having head section and body section. A head section mostly for title and some other configuration like CSS files and all. And body section is for the actual data, whatever content you want to load here, image, header, body, anything come from the body part. But I can say every time writing this structure takes time, correct? Every time writing this entire structure takes very long time. So what is the shortcut? Yeah, you can note down the shortcut. So shortcut is just give exclamation tab, and then enter the like exclamation character and enter the tab. Press the tab button. So you got the structure. So I repeat. Okay, I create from scratch. Okay, I delete this file. Yeah, see here. So in the HTML folder, see once you delete from here, it remove from here also. It is removed from here also because it is just 1 minute. People are pinging me. What is second assignment yesterday? Come on. 1 second. I'll exit from there. Quit. Okay. That is corporate training. So people are asking what is assignment given. Okay. So where we are, let me show you from scratch. Okay. So here, file. What is a file? 01 underscore HTML underscore basics dot HTML is the extension. Enter. You got the file created. So just give exclamation and tab. You got the structure. Okay. And inside there are a lot of things has come. I explain them here in the body. Like title you can change HTML basics. Okay. So you just go there again, just double click, you get HTML basics, fine. And along with that, there are some extra things also there. Doc type, it is like something, document type is HTML, like what are the tags you are writing is part of HTML. Okay, and this is actually HTML5 version. Nowadays, everyone uses HTML5 and don't need to discuss about HTML3 differences and all. No one asks you and nothing to bother. It is just a doc type. The document type is HTML. It means the document what you write is of language HTML. Okay. And this is English language like characters we use. And this is as of now, don't worry about these things. Okay. So I still tell you this is character set. Like what are the English language character set? UTF-8 is one code for the characters. You enter English language characters. And this is this tag makes your code works perfectly in compatible to Internet Explorer Edge compatible. And this is mostly for responsiveness. Just ignore. Okay. So this is the default structure of your HTML file. Okay. Next. Yeah. So next, let me tell you a few things. So I write now H1 tag. Welcome to HTML. Okay, this H1 tag. So go there and refresh. You got. So I can say like our development should be faster. So don't go to browser all the time and refresh. Like you add one card, you add one tag, go refresh, add one more tag, go refresh, add one more tag, go refresh. Don't do. Okay, there is one live server is there. Live server. So what is this live server is one small package from Node.js. It will automatically restart your browser. If you're doing code only, you're writing code automatically, it will restart your browser. Okay, that one we use. So, sir, how to make use of live server is simple. Go to this last option, extensions. In this, just search for live server. Okay, so type live server. There is one this thing. Okay, you get this live server. Click on that first option. This is the symbol. So Ritvik Day is the developer. Okay, this one I already installed. It seems I got uninstalled. So you get the option called install. So click on install. So I uninstall. It's gone. Yeah, like this. Click on install. So it is installed. You get uninstall means it's already installed. Okay, you got a live server. So once you have a live server, is very easy for us. Okay, how? यहाँ पे go here again, go to your HTML. You want to run this application like HTML on live server. Internet is required. Yeah, yes. Before you install live server, internet is required. After installation, no required. Okay. So now once it is done, you can find at the bottom, go live, or else you can right click on the file. Easy step. Right click on the file. You want to, instead of go to the folder and run, right click, open with live server. See, I right click. There's some option called open with live server. So click on that. So if I click on live server, see, automatically it is, see, your server is running on port number 5500, and see, you got some server address and your file.html, and you got. So if you are running on the live server, advantages, see, this is your live server now. So advantages, if I change this to JavaScript, I save, see, JavaScript change. I change this to CSS, save, change. No need to refresh every time. Okay, it is easy for us. Okay, that's the plan. So use live server. Okay, and if you want to stop the server, just click on this bottom, like port 5500 now. Click on that. It is close the server. You're now offline, like that. Okay, so
So
every
why?
time when you create a file, right click, open with live server. It opens the browser default. If you set Chrome as a default browser, it opens on a Chrome. If you change it, then it will work.
So
Okay,
how to set up this? Can you tell it once again?
how to set up
Uh, this live.
live server?
Yes, yes.
I showed no just now. Here, go to extension, type live server. You get the
Okay,
first
okay. Right,
option.
right. Okay.
Click on that, install. I think you are doing along with me. That's where you got stuck. Correct? I understand. Okay, so it is running on live server. Yeah. So first we'll discuss few interesting tags. Okay. So first we're gonna start with something called header tags. You know headings now. So in HTML there are some headings. Okay. What headings? You know H1, H2, H3, like that. Some H6 is there. H1, H2, H3, H6 are there. So these are the header tags we call, mostly for heading. Okay. So H1 is something main heading, subheading, and it's a least heading. So if you wanted to display them, see, I write H1 tag, welcome to HTML, right? HTML, I save. So what happened? By default, you get some heading. No refresh, it automatically refresh H1. So likewise, I write one more H2. Yeah, shortcut I tell you. You may write less than H, you get the H2 and close. You get the close tag automatically. Or if you know the tag name already, you can make directly H2 and tab. Okay, welcome to HTML. So see, it is smaller. So like that, I have multiple. Let me copy this. Test to H3. Welcome to HTML. Okay, like H4 and then H5 and then H6. Yeah. So I made all the headings. Go check. This is H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So 6 different varieties of heading. Hardly font size change, nothing much. Okay, font size is changed. Okay, so these are the header tags available. Are we going to cover all 40 to 50 tags? Yes, we are going to cover. Yes. Yeah. See here only how many tags? Tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tags over. Okay. HTML is a tag, head is a tag, meta is a tag, title is a tag, H1, H2 also tag. Okay. Yep. Okay. So fine. So we just only discuss the header part, like headings like this. Okay. Now let's move on to the next concept. I want to display some paragraphs also. Okay. Don't practice with me. Okay. You just only focus what I'm doing. Okay. Paragraph. So paragraph, right? Paragraph is a regular this thing. So paragraph is a regular thing. Meta tags is for configuration purpose. Okay. I think by this time you can ignore these things. Don't worry about them. Okay. You focus on this part. When time comes, uh, I'll tell you. When CSS or Bootstrap starts, this is really important. As of now, just ignore them. Configuration purpose. This is character set. This is compatible for Internet Explorer Edge. This is for responsiveness for mobile screen and all. Okay. As of now, just kindly ignore these three. Okay. Voice is breaking. How come? Okay. 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 Maybe your internet connection is slow. Okay. So I have a header is done. Now let's discuss about the paragraph. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Now we'll discuss about the paragraph. Paragraph very simple. Just P tag. P for paragraph. Simple tags. By name only we understand. Okay. P for paragraph. So let me demonstrate the paragraph tag. Not here. Let's take separate file. So how we create file then? Select the like you should be very careful. Select the bigger box. You can see the box. Okay. In the HTML. And there you create 02 hyphen HTML hyphen paragraph dot HTML. Enter. Okay. I got structure exclamation tab. Okay. Now what to do here is one second before we proceed with the next HTML. Previous HTML already running on live server. You can stop. Right click and stop. Okay. HTML has stopped now. Go to paragraph and now we can start. Open with live server. So now this is running on other port number. Otherwise, every file one separate port number allocate. Okay. So now here HTML paragraph. Let's change the title HTML paragraph. Okay. So here I'll display a simple paragraph. What I do, P tab, or else see I repeat P and tab. You write whatever you want. So otherwise, if you don't know P tag, just say less than and P, enter, close. Okay, like that. So yeah, P tab. Let's say this something. This is my first paragraph. Check it out. So you got a small font size. This is my first paragraph. Okay. So this way you can write uh, multiple paragraphs. But this is not looks like a paragraph. It's not normal statement. I want some 4 lines of paragraph. So generally what do? You start writing like this. If you keep typing like this, it paragraph comes, but it's not really looks like a paragraph, right? So there is an option. There is an option. You don't need to keep typing something. Yeah, we can use the lorem. Yes. So we have a lorem one tool available inside the editor. So just one paragraph should come, right? It can be any content. So either you go to Google and copy paste. That's all takes time. We just need some paragraph. Okay. So we have a tool called lorem. I show you. Inside we have a tool called lorem. Lorem. Okay. So this lorem will give you n number of words. So for example, if say lorem 10 tab, see you get some 10 words. Okay, automatically. So I do Control Z. So I say lorem, no space, 20 tab. Okay. See, you do Control S all the time. Control S for save. Okay. So Control Z, like revert. Okay, lorem, I want 100 characters, 100 words tab. See, you got a bigger paragraph. You don't need to spend some time on writing the bigger paragraph. You go mostly lorem. Okay, so let's say lorem 30 or 40 tab. You get some 30, 40 words. You do control save, so you get it. Okay, like that. So lorem 20 tab save like that. Okay, now we understand. Now we understand. Yeah, we use lorem for words. Yes, yes. See, we are just practicing, right? In company, they will tell you what is the paragraph you have to type, then you write that paragraph. But just for learning purpose, don't. This is some Latin. We don't need to bother what is that, but just looks like a paragraph, some content. Okay, we don't need to spend some time on writing it. Waste of time, right? That's why. Yeah. So now what we do? Um. Okay. So let me tell you this way. We discuss header tag and paragraph tag now. So I want to do a small experiment with HTML. What I do is I need a heading and two paragraphs. Okay, two paragraphs and one more heading, one more heading, two paragraphs, one more heading, two paragraphs. So I want like this. Okay, one heading, two paragraph, one heading, two paragraph, one heading, two paragraph, and heading can be anything like HTML, CSS, or React.js, Angular, Vue, like that. Okay, Angular and Vue.js. Tell me how you write the heading. What tag? You can write H1 tag, H2 tag, anything. So let's make H1 tag. And paragraph, how you write? P tag. Okay. So let's make this now. And how many, sir, how many characters? How many words? Okay, this is 30 and this is 40. 40 words, 30 words, something. Okay. So let's make it now. So how will we do? Not tasks. I think it's very simple now. Okay. We'll make a task in some time. Just tell me, assume you are only doing here, okay? I don't feel this a task. It's very simple, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, see here. So first I need a heading. Okay, I removed everything, gone. So I say first H1 tag, just say React JS. So React JS has come. Okay, next under the React JS, you know how HTML will execute line by line. First you write H1 tag, then H1 tag only display. So before H1 you write a paragraph, right? So if you write a paragraph, first paragraph will display. Okay, paragraph will display. So order must important. So first I need heading and then paragraph. Okay, so here paragraph lorem 30 tab. So if I see, I think I have not saved it. Save. Yeah, React JS, but ये तो looks very simple ना. एक काम करेंगे. Not 30. You make some 50 or 60 tab. Okay, React JS. Okay, and enter one more paragraph lorem 80 tab. Okay, this is about React JS. Assume. So I want same story. We'll do all the time. Copy paste, paste and paste. Okay, so this is Angular and this is Vue.js. Okay, so I just made heading and two paragraph, heading two paragraph, heading two paragraph. Go check like this. That's all. You made nice code. Okay, okay. So on this, how to save the code? Control S, CTRL S. Okay, command CTRL plus S. Save CTRL plus Z, undo CTRL plus Y, redo CTRL plus X, cut CTRL plus C, copy. So save, undo, redo, cut, copy. A cut, copy, paste, you should know as a developer. Okay, these are the commands. Okay, I think you can note down. Yeah, so we discuss very basics today. Okay, so header, I think if you have time, I think we'll focus more. Yeah, just give me 5 10 minutes. Okay, so header to paragraph is done. Okay, and we can errors. HTML mostly you can't find errors. So for example, you forgot it this, so you get like this. Okay, you get like this. The problem was you forgot it this slash. HTML won't show errors, but you should be careful with the tags. Mostly it won't show the error, but UI will be lapse. Okay, you should be careful. Like, are you close or not? Like that, you have to check. Okay, so yeah, so heading and all fine. Now let's learn little CSS. Actually, CSS in detail I'll discuss in some time. For now, I want this heading, Hannah. Only this heading I want one color, nice color for this heading. So how you do is in title there is one tag called style tag. Style tag. In the head section there is a tag called style tag. So in the style you don't write any tags, especially for style. You don't write any tag. This is the portion for CSS. Okay. So for example, for H1, I want to apply some styles like color, red color I want. So H1 tag. So you write like this, H1 open close. Okay. H1 tag open and close. Okay. Uh, this is the syntax actually. It is like a selector and open close. It's like a code block. Inside you will write key and value pairs. Like I want to give the color red. Okay. So this is the basic syntax of CSS. I discuss deeper into CSS. Don't worry at all at this time. So I'm just showcasing. Yeah, H1, I'm giving the color red. So what happened? See, your H1 has become red color. Okay, the paragraph I want blue color. Tell me how. Same H1 open close color red. Same like that. P open close color blue. Got it? Simple, right? And a lot of things are there like font family. We discussed them. Create new. You change the font. Okay, and there is a body tag, background color, some light, I think light cyan. So background color of, you get the different color of background. Okay, so don't worry much about the styles. I just make only header one color, paragraph one color. Okay, yeah. If you want React red and Angular green like that, I'll tell you. So if you want, you should know something like ID selector or class selector. You can give the class name and you can mention the class name, but that level of CSS we have not discussed. So one way what you do, you can give here only style attribute is equal to color, color, it is React right blue, color blue. Okay, this is the syntax you must don't forget. Double quotes, color, colon, blue, and don't try to get the box. Just give blue, box will come automatically. Blue semicolon should be there. So never ever miss any single thing. If you miss double quotes, gone. If you miss colon, gone. If you miss this, I think that's okay, but give it. Yeah, so React JS in blue color. I want Angular in red color. Same story, simply copy only style part, add in the header. Only starting tag we apply, not for ending tag. Okay. So red. So Angular in red. So Vue.js generally in green. So just say green. That's it. See, React.js, Angular, and Vue.js. Very simple. So multiple ways we can apply the CSS. I think after few tags we'll start with the CSS. So you understand. Maybe tomorrow we'll start a few properties, not much, very few, because this black and white you can't really get the interest of learning HTML. So few properties we learn so that it help you to boost your interest in learning HTML and CSS. Okay. Uh, any is it mandatory to write CSS tags in header area? Yes, you must have to write the CSS in header section only, no other way. Header section only you have to write the CSS. Okay, so CSS styles has to load along with the HTML, so you have to write there only. Okay, so we got normal like heading and paragraph. So hardly what we discussed, two concepts only today, basics and paragraphs. Okay, what else we do? Okay, so let's discuss another tag. Okay, let's discuss another tag called div tag. Div tag. So what is this div tag? So div tag, by seeing the div name, what you feel? It's a division, correct? It's division. Image tag. I'll come. Okay, don't suggest me what is a tag to discuss. I have a plan, like one by one we'll discuss. Don't worry. Yeah, first we'll start with the div tag. Okay, image comes after some time. So div tag. So div tag mostly for division. For example, you have a website now. So you want to have some partition. Like see, only this thanks for Windows is one box, one division, and this getting started one section, like one division. This is one division, and this each card also one division. So you want to divide your whole page into small boxes or pieces or divisions. You go with the div tag. So I mean to say, the same example. If I write just what I written h1 tag p tag, okay, so it got display. Where was that? Yeah, so it got display. So what my plan is, not just display like this. I want to indicate this in one box. This is one box. This is one box. How? You have to use the div tag. So div is something like a structural tag. You have to make a structure. So something like this. So I want this in one box and this to display in one box. This to display in one box. So how will you represent this? Is like this. First you write div tag. Under the div, like you close the div here, na slash div. Yeah, under the div is one box. Okay, imagine. So under div only, you write h1 tag and you write paragraph tag like this. So my h1 and paragraph resides inside one div. So likewise for this part also, parent is division, two tags. Parent is division, two tags. Like three div tags. Inside you have this code. We actually written individual. You keep them inside a div tag. So that's become one division. So what my plan? I create. Let me select the full this thing. 03 hyphen html hyphen div.html div tag. Okay, let's make exclamation tab. Just say the basics. So html div tag. Okay. So the previous paragraph I stop the live server, and this guy I start with live server, open with live server. Yeah, HTML div tag has come. So what my plan is, I wanted to have a division. Just say division. So under the division, I wanted to take something. I want to take what? Same story. What you do? ये जो है ना, same code copy, put it inside this division. Okay, tab. You want to give some proper spaces, use the tab. Okay. So all these things kept inside one division. I feel this is comes under one box. Okay, let's take another division. Within that, you paste the next section. Okay, here. And if you feel this is a part of div only, na? You give tab and tab because these are child elements or child tags of that division. Let's take one more box. Div, in that I need this code. Copy, go here and paste. Tab and tab. Okay, and close like this. So what we did, instead of writing them individual, I have taken into separate block and here and here and here. So if you did like this, go check. Uh, no much difference, right? Even though you kept inside a div tag, you can't see much difference. Because see, if you write h1 tag, na, h1 tag you get the heading, p tag you get the paragraph, div tag you won't get the box or border or color or something. It's all part of CSS. So div tag just to make a structure, and you can't see the structure also on the screen. You can't see border kind of. That border is a part of CSS. So structure wise, you write div and div and div, and you want to give some styles in the title. You write a style tag for div tag. So div open close. This is how you apply. Let me give some background color so that you understand. Background color, let's say aquamarine, some color. See, you can now imagine. Yes, this is div, this is div, this is div. I'm giving some weird colors, huh? Light gray. See, this is one box, this is one box, this is one box. Okay, now it looks good, right? So three partitions you made. Okay, and few CSS I tell you, just try to capture. Here, if you I zoom it, see, content is there, but no space is there inside the box, right? So you want to give a space. There is something called padding. Padding some 10 pixels. Okay. Yeah, you got some space, but all are touched together. You want to give space between each division. There is something called margin 10 pixels. Pixel, and every line you have to give semicolon. If you miss, it won't work. Okay, fine. Yeah, I got three boxes with some styles, and each I want to give the font. I don't like this font. I want to change the font of all. You want to change the font of only this one, or complete. If I apply font in div, each div it apply, but whole page I want some style. Whole page is a part of body. So you say body, body, open close for body tag. There is a property called font family. Okay, just give Arial and sans serif. Just give Arial, comma sans serif. Okay, so the entire body means the entire web page font family is Arial. See, you got the Arial font for all. Okay, so hardly what we discussed today is the HTML structure, header, paragraph, and div tag, basic styles for individual tag or throughout the page, how to apply some few tags. Okay, font family is for the font, background color is for the background color, padding is the space inside the box, margin is the space outside the box. Okay, so that's all much we have discussed today. I think that's done. So let me share the code for you so that you can practice it. Okay, before that, that's the people who are feeling so complex. Okay, I have like, if you want to go through, I made a lot of videos on HTML, CSS and all. Just for HTML, you can just have a look here. Just go to UI Brains. Here you go to playlist. There is one HTML playlist. The smart way of learning HTML is there, na? Or UI technology. Only on UI technology, I made around what? Who is this guy? Come on, why you are simply, you're all educated people, man. Huh. See, only on UI technology, I made a lot of this thing. Like you can start HTML from here. HTML tutorial, header, paragraph, div, span, everything I have explained neatly. I'm not forcing you to do, but you wish to learn more in detail, then you can go with. So after few HTML tags, we start CSS. And after few CSS, again, we go back to HTML5 tags, and then we'll continue with the CSS. That's where CSS comes and it's finished. So we have nice examples of CSS, like I show you. See, this is one landing page. Okay. So let's just have a look at this. I'll give you this URL. Just start from HTML, okay? HTML tutorial. So that really gives you an idea. Okay, I'll post it in the chat. I'll post in the chat. Please look at that playlist. So just start with HTML. So that really helps. Okay. So tomorrow we will continue with the HTML, and if possible, we'll see few CSS also, few examples of CSS. Okay. So that's fine. Thank you so much. Let's meet tomorrow. And how to share the source code. Yeah, this for time being you practice with a video. Tomorrow I'll make a repository in GitHub. So and there I used to post daily. Okay, for 100 people I can't grant access. I need to catch all 100 people email ID. That's all long story. So I can post in GitHub from tomorrow, and I'll tell you how to get the code daily. Okay. And any question? Notes also I'll post there only. I'll post there only from tomorrow.
Sir, share on portal.
Sorry,
Share on Ashok IT portal.
Ashok IT portal. I don't have access to Ashok IT portal now. I'll share in the GitHub only.
Yesterday Ashok sir had told you.
I don't know. Okay, I'll check with them.
Sir, while downloading this VS Code, there was an option called select the files. I mean, folder selection. So what is it? What will be
Where you want to
stored?
download the file? Simple, na? Where you want to download the file?
Which file? The code that we write, or?
No. You can download the software. While downloading, you can
Oh,
select
right.
downloads folder.
Okay. So
Not the
where
place
that
where you.
where the place where that VS Code stores, that
It is
that is
stored in program files.
okay. So
After
if you want,
installation, it's yes. See, actually, I have downloaded on my desktop.
hmm,
Okay, somewhere in the softwares folder. I downloaded here. If you
yes.
install, it will put the setup in a program files. But our project code is here.
Oh, okay.
Our project
Hi,
code is here.
Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay.
hi, sir.
Hello. Who is this?
How padding and margin applying, sir?
Padding means this one. You have a text, right? Around the text, you can see some space. That
Yeah,
is padding. The outside, right? The gray box outside, you have some space between them.
yeah.
That outside is margin. Don't worry, we have a separate class for understanding in detail margins and padding.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Okay. If no question, let's wrap. Let's meet tomorrow, and let's continue from
Hello, sir.
this.
Sir, are you taking only HTML5 and CSS3 only, na?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Let's meet.